historical context of this church, right, that Joe Biden did this speech in, the African Methodist Episcopal Church, was founded in 1816 by Richard Allen in Philadelphia as a response to racial discrimination in the Methodist Church. So the church founding was on, in this country, white people treating black people and all people of color, just like how Israel treats Palestinians.
Yep.
That's what this country is founded on, and that's what it still does today, mind you. Okay, there has been no change, no matter what you want to think about it.
Yeah.
There has been progress, but it's like an inchworm crossing the street with traffic. You be the judge. It played a significant role in the abolitionist movement and was a platform for advocating the end of slavery. The church was instrumental in the civil rights movement, advocating for racial equality and social justice. The AME Church continues to be involved in education and empowerment initiatives for African Americans.
And this is the church that
the speech was done at. Okay, this is the history of the church. This is what they consider to stand by now. And whoever the pastor is of that church, whatever their organization that leads this church, allowed Biden to come in and to give a political speech while he's actively giving millions and millions, billions of dollars in bombs to Israel, who are blowing and destroying Palestinians like they're animals, which has happened and has continued to happen in many different ways in this country to the black community. So it's right there. It's all right. We get it. Like, they shouldn't let that happen. We cannot stand by, we stand by a ceasefire. And so the black church is like, we stand for a ceasefire, and we cannot stand by Joe Biden if he's doing this. We cannot vote for you any longer. And the black church is coming out and speaking on that based off this situation.
But why?
But why? What do you mean, why?
So he gives a speech.
So the reason being is that, like, the black church stands for international social justice. So we have a president who is actively part of an administration that is giving billions of dollars and bombs to a country that's killing innocent people.
So then what do they have to say about this pastor? Is because he's the one that allowed it.
That's not really too much of what it's about. It's more of, it's not like pointing out one thing. It's bringing up the conversation. And what this did was a lot of pastors came out to be public about it. And something else that I felt that was really interesting to talk about this is that we tend to be kind of against the church on this podcast a lot of the time, like pretty heavily. So we speak against it and strongly. And so to be in support of, like, not support, but to feel like freedom of religion, like, I totally see you. This isn't against my choice to believe or not. Like, I don't feel like pressured. I don't feel ostracized. I don't feel like, is the history of the black church has a history of supporting people, like loving people, giving to people, and like allowing people. It's just a completely different culture. And that's where, like, I don't have all the ability to tell you what that's like. And I think that if we could ever interview somebody that was from that culture, like, I think that we'd learn so much of those differences. But, like, there is nobody in the white church speaking on Gaza and Palestine in this way, right?
Oh, there's some psychos in the white church. What are you talking about, man?
Right. So my point is this. The article discusses the efforts of over 1,000 black pastors advocating for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas conflict. These pastors represent diverse congregations nationwide and are vocal in their concern about the U.S. government's stance on the conflict, particularly its impact on Palestinians. 1,000 black pastors, over 1,000 black pastors. What if this said this? This, discusses the efforts of over 1,000 white pastors and how they're saying a ceasefire. It's not, you wouldn't hear that. So that's, like, my point here is that's why the black church is a church that I would, like, I need to learn more about the history of it, the culture around it. Like, I want to, because I feel like we are so opposed to the church. We don't really know anything outside of our experience. And so this story alone was, like, so powerful to me, because I, like, stand by these people. I'm like, yes, I'm with you. I will march with you.
And they're also preaching the gospel.
Exactly. Yeah. And I will march with you. Yeah. I will go to your church and stand up for, like, we are protesting the same shit.
Yeah.
And we know that the church we were born in, they are literally posting, like,
Israel flags.
Israel flags and they go to Israel with their church every other year. They are standing by
and Israel is still the victim somehow?
Yeah, exactly.
Goodness
so this is my
gracious.
point, is the same church, same Christianity, same God, and yet in this country, the black church goes, no, absolutely not. And the white church goes, yes, yes, absolutely yes.
Yeah.